Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Amanda and today I am bringing you a review of 3 different iPhone 13 Pro phone cases. I was just really struggling with finding an iPhone 13 Pro phone case that I thought I would kind of share my reviews of the ones that I've tried out so far and what I think of them. Let me first start off with what I was looking for in a phone case, and then I'll go into my reviews of each different one. First, I'll go over the requirements that I had for a case when I was looking for cases, and then I'll go into the pros and cons of each of these cases that I've tried. If you're looking for an ultra thin, light skin type of phone case, then this video will not be for you. I was looking for something that would protect it in case it drops out of my pocket or I drop my phone on the floor or the ground, and I wanted it to be as protected as possible. I also wanted to protect the camera because that's the biggest part of the iPhone 13 Pro. I also wanted it to be not slippery but not sticky. I had a previous phone case for my previous phones that I really liked. It was that perfect balance, and my phone didn't really slip out of my hands, so I was looking for something like that. I also personally have a screen protector and a protector on top of the cameras itself. It wasn't a requirement for the camera area of the phone case to be taller than the camera area, but that would have been a plus if it did. I also don't use any MagSafe chargers or anything like that, so I wasn't particularly looking for any case that was compatible with MagSafe, so if that's something that you're also looking for, this video probably won't be for you as well. I'll also have links to all the phone cases that I'm talking about in the description box below in case you're interested. Let's get into the cases. The first one is the Elago iPhone 13 Pro silicone case. It is in this really nice green color. It's called midnight green, and this is basically full on silicone. It has this soft anti-scratch microfiber lining inside the case. I would say this one is probably the thickest case of them all. It is full silicone, the rubber on the sides and the back, it just feels a lot thicker, feels pretty protected. I actually really love this green color. It's the favorite color of all 3 that I have. Let's start off with the pros. So it is pretty thick, feels very protected when I have my phone in this case. I like that, it has a good bump on the top, not super high. It actually sits basically flush with the camera protector that I have. I'm fine with it. Some people complain that the bump is too high, but I would prefer to have the camera area protected if you're not putting a screen on that. It comes in a ton of different colors, so you're bound to find a color that you like, which is really great. Another pro of the Elago case is that it has this nice soft lining, so I don't have to worry about the phone being scratched or anything like that. Moving on to the cons, it is very kind of rubbery or sticky to the touch. Not super sticky, but it's definitely rubbery. It gets stuck in my pockets, my hoodies, my pant pockets. It attracts all sorts of lint, hair, everything. That's what I don't really love about this case. I don't have to worry about it falling out of my pocket, but getting it out of my pocket is sometimes a real struggle, and sometimes it'll pull out the inner lining of my pocket because it's just that rubbery. The lintiness and the rubberiness are what I don't like about this case and why this is not my favorite case. But for the price point, it's only $15. You can find it on Amazon, and I just really love this color, and you might find a color that you love as well. The next phone case comes from the company that I had a previous phone case with that I loved. This is the X Level iPhone 13 Pro Slim Ultra Thin case with the Guardian series. It has a soft TPU matte finish and coating. It is definitely thinner than the previous Elago silicone one, but it is the total opposite of it. It's not rubbery, it's not sticky. It does have a nice matte finish, and it's just not slippery, which I love. Lint and hair does not attract to it. It's super easy to get out of my pockets. It is thinner than the last case, but I do feel my phone is protected a decent amount. It feels very sturdy and pretty firm. The area around the camera actually sits lower than the previous silicone case. My camera protector screen is actually higher and sits higher, but it's not a big deal. Some people say it is really high. When you lay it flat on a surface, it's not even, of course, but that's just how the iPhone 13 camera kind of is. It's not super flat. It's a little higher than my protective screen on the front screen. Moving on to the cons, there aren't as many color options for this one, so you might have to kind of settle for a color that you don't particularly love. This one's actually the gold color, which it's not like my favorite color, but I just really didn't want black this time, so I think it's okay. Another con is that it's not MagSafe compatible, so if you're looking for that, again, you won't find it in this case. The one huge reason why I don't think I'm gonna keep this case is that it's a little too slippery. Like my previous X level cases had a little bit more traction, and I don't know if it's because they're like old after a while, but this one has kind of slipped around my pockets a little bit easier, almost came close to like slipping out of my pocket. It's just like a tiny bit too slippery for me, and sometimes I just feel like it's gonna slip out of my hand. So yeah, that's kind of like how slippery it is. It is more matte, but it just doesn't have the amount of friction that my old case had. And I don't know if it's like because I got gold, it does have like a shimmery finish versus like a black I think would be completely matte, and maybe the texture is a little bit different, but because I tried out the gold, this is what it's like. With the X level case, and a con I guess is that, you know, there is no padding or anything in the interior. It's just basically whatever materials on the outside. It's not bad, but I don't think I'm going to keep this as my favorite one. Last but not least is the Spigen Thin Fit iPhone 13 Pro case, and this is in pink sand. I actually just got this case today, so my review may be a little bit more limited, but I'll just kind of give you my first impressions of it so far. I actually believe I will be keeping this case. So, pros. I actually really like the feel. It's really between the feel of the matte X level and the full-on silicone Elago cases. It has a little bit more traction than the X level, and it doesn't like move in my hand as easily. It does feel a little bit more matte. It has like a harder protective border on the side of the case, which kind of makes it feel a little bit more protected. It also kind of advertises like how protected it is when it is dropped. The lip around the camera is kind of like similar to the green Elago case, where it's a little bit higher than my protective screen here. Also, the front of the case is kind of as high as this X level one. Not as tall as the silicone one, still high enough to be protective. This one does say it's more MagSafe compatible. People have asked questions about this one in the Amazon review or Q&A section, and you know, it works with a MagSafe charger, but maybe not some of the accessories, so feel free to look into that if you want. I do like the feel of this. A lot easier to get out of my pockets. There's no issues there. It doesn't get stuck in my pockets or anything like that. Moving on to the cons, it does attract a little bit of lint and hair, but definitely not as much as the full-on silicone case. So there's that. I will take it. I haven't really tested out whether I feel like it will fall out of my pockets because I just got it today, so that's kind of TBD, but I still feel like I like this finish more than the X level one. It does come with two tones, so the pink on the back is different than the pink on the edges, so that's something I didn't realize when I bought it, so that's just kind of like a heads up. I may actually return it and exchange it for the black one, because I've seen in reviews that it gets discolored a little bit easily and black might just not show it as much. In the inside of the Spigen case, the back feels kind of similar to the back of the case. It's kind of like a smooth matte finish, but the sticker is very odd. The only reason why I'm not removing it is because I've seen people in the reviews remove it and it looks kind of like weird underneath, so I like don't really want to remove it. I just feel like it has more pros than the other cases that I've tried. I do like the way that it feels, so I think I will keep this brand and this in this case. If you're looking for a case similar to I am, hopefully this review helps you in that search. Hopefully I save you a little bit of time. Of course, all of these are linked down below in case you want to try them out. And thank you so much for watching. If you found this review helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are interested in more videos from me, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.